All right. So, welcome back, Leaguing Out fans, to our third episode of Leaguing Out. This is once again your host, Cybershine3, joined with my lovely co host,
Hey,
Spoiler
all,
Alert.
it's Lainey. Spoiler alert. You're Queen in Purple, whatever you want to call me.
And today we have our first ever guest. You know him, you love him, Queen of the Forceworks hype. Say hello to Godzillard. Godzillard, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hello, I am an idiot, and I'm also the writer and artist of It Is Jeffrey.
That's right. We're going to be talking about that here at the end of the show. Very excited to talk about that with you. Before we get to that, we got a couple of other segments that I think you guys are going to like. We also have our recurring segments where we're going to talk about our classic, some slandering the Bat family, what we're looking forward to reading in the coming week, and a bunch of other good stuff. Uh, so right off the bat, let's start with our first segment we came up with. So we're going to be talking about childhood hero history. Um, how would you guys explain this to the listeners at home?
Just
Uh, good.
exposure, like just
Hmm.
early exposure to this stuff because, well, I don't want to get into it just yet, but
That's what the
yeah.
segment's for.
Yeah. So we're going to talk all about like sort of how we got into this. Does anyone feel compelled to go first? I can go first. I don't particularly mind.
I can go first.
Sure.
So yeah, my family didn't really do much superhero stuff. Obviously, as a kid, I had like random Captain America and Batman and Superman things that just everyone did as a kid that just spawned into existence. My brother had a Batman cake because, of course. But the first real superhero media I ever really consumed was the Ultimate Spider-Man TV show. And it I it's formative. Is it a good TV show? I love it. Would I want to go and rewatch it? I love it. Once again, is it a good show? I love it. And I feel like that's all I can say about it. And then the other one I watched was Teen Titans Go, not the original 2003 Teen Titans. Didn't start watching that until a couple years ago. It was Teen Titans Go all the way because we had to come up with something that my younger siblings would watch, including my younger sister, who says that things having a plot ruins them.
So this is really funny. Prior to the recording, I was having a conversation with a friend, um, and I was talking about like top like movies that I would never say no to. Like if somebody wants to watch this movie, I'm so down. Teen Titans Go to the Movies is on that list. I find
Oh,
that
absolutely.
film
Even just for the songs.
hilarious. The songs, the Stan Lee cameo is really funny. Watching
Oh yeah.
Starfire kill Batman's parents, great.
Of
Like,
course. Is she down with the Titans? Oh, the yes,
oh,
indeed.
the S and T. Well, since I'm talking, I would as well take up next. I was very fortunate. I grew up with a dad who was a huge nerd. Uh, I have a copy of X-Men #1 that is just torn to shreds because my little infant
Aw.
self read it so many times.
That's
Not the
awesome.
1963 X-Men #1, the Jim Lee.
The good X-Men number
Oh,
one.
okay.
Yes, the
Yeah.
good one. I have it torn to shreds just because he read it when he was growing up, and then I read it when I was growing up. My dad also turned me on to stuff like The Tick and a lot of anime when I was younger. Like Studio Ghibli was a regular in the house. But I think the really big thing that kind of turned me into what I am today is that for my, I believe it was either my 11th or 12th birthday, my dad was like, "Hey, I know you like comic books. You're always checking out like Batman at the library. What if I got you a subscription? Are there any comics coming out right now that you wish you were like reading?" And I was like, "Well, I always like Batman, so it'd be fun to be able to read Batman monthly." And then around that time was when Comic Drake had uploaded his video about Champions. I think the first volume had just wrapped up, or it was about no wait, it was Champions was about to start, and he had gotten like a first look or something, and he made a video about it, and I was like, this Champions thing sounds really cool. I'd like to read that. So for about a year, I had a subscription to Tom King's Batman Run and Champions, and I was hooked ever since. I've been collecting and reading since. God, would that have been March of 26? Yeah, March of 2016.
Coming up on 10 years.
Oh, wow.
I know. Feel old.
Yeah, I
I
just
have
started
not
reading
been reading
comics.
that long.
Yeah, no, I started freshman year of college. Well, no, I started reading end of high school. But I remember the first comic I ever bought. I walked into Third Coast Comics, literally probably 3 minute walk from where I'm sitting right now. Walked in there, got a copy of Gambit #1, the Claremont Flashback Mini. I think at that point it was the first 2 issues of the Midnight Suns comic that was made to tie in with the game. Those are the first comics I ever bought. I'd been reading for a while online, but those were the first ones I bought. And that Gambit comic was also the reason that I went to the first comic book club meeting at this school and met Cybershine for the first time. Shout out Gambit by Chris Claremont. Later, he signed that and basically questioned my nerd cred because I'm hot.
True story. I witnessed it.
Oh, what an interesting thing to have happen.
And what about our lovely guest?
Okay, so I remember watching like VHS tapes of like the Nightcrawler episode of X-Men the Animated Series, stuff like that. But honestly, if I'm gonna say two of the most formative things for me was the second one I'll get to. But the first one I want to say is kind of just this weird, like, few things that I saw, like, Iron Man through the lens of. Because, everybody always thinks, like, well, the 2007 movie really kind of shaped that character going
Actually, it's
forward, I would say.
2008.
Okay.
But yes, I see what you like. That was the landmark. That was the.
But at the same time, it's so weird. Like, my younger self, like, could not square the circle of also having the Iron Man cartoon, the animated series from the
Armored
90s, which
Adventures?
was
Oh, the 90s one.
no,
Okay.
no. That was after. No, we're
I got so
talking like
excited. I was like, I love Armored
like
Adventures.
Spider-Man, the animated series. X-Men, the animated series. There was
Yep.
Hulk. All of them. No, we're talking about Iron Man, and that was based on Force Works. And so I just want you in your brain to imagine Force Works sitting next to Iron Man the movie. It just
Do I
being
have
like,
to?
what is this?
It's hard. It's as hard square and circle.
Why must we compare Peak and the Iron Man movie?
But okay, here's also a funny part of that is I had some like Marvel Adventures comics. One of them was
Classic.
a Spider-Man, which is why I even know what Power Pack is. But
Shout out Power Pack.
seems cool. I've only ever read that, but but no, it was also the issue I had was Iron Man goes to the Bermuda Triangle and fights cyborg pirates.
This is incredible.
These are the
this.
three things that I was like, well, this is Iron Man to me. It's this. He's hanging out with this guy that looks like he's made out of beef jerky. He's fighting cyborg pirates, and also Jeff Bridges, I guess.
He built us in a cave.
The box of scraps. You need to go and review that Iron Man comic. Put that on League.
I have actually.
Oh, okay.
I'm actually happy with how that came out.
I'm a big fan of Gotzillard.
It's been a minute. But also, I would say that Spider-Man Unlimited are both of y'all familiar with that show?
Only as a concept. I've never watched it.
Wait, so Spider-Man Unlimited, right?
Yes.
The one that's like Batman 29 or Batman Beyond, but with Spider-Man. Yes.
It's kind of sort of like that, but mostly it's
I love the costume.
Spider-Man versus like the furry establishment.
Yeah, 'cause he's on High Evolutionary
like Counter
World. Yes, Counter Earth.
Yeah. Which is it's a weird show and I do love it. I think it's actually really quite good. I just wish it was about anything else.
Very hard to sell people on Spider-Man versus furries.
No, it's not. I'm sold.
Well, present company excluded. But I would say that is like directly responsible for me reading comics at all, because
Hmm.
that started life as a Spider-Man 2099 thing, and naturally I kind of gravitated towards 2099 because of course he's so cool, and you
He
play
is
like
very
the
cool.
games with him in it and stuff before you ever read comics. I'm like, this is the guy, like this is my guy, and then I
He had a really
finally,
cool animation style in the Ultimate Spider-Man.
yeah. Uh, but just some of my early readings were Spider-Man 2099, which is why I like him so much. And it's all thanks to that show that nobody likes because it's weird.
They dropped the recent Marvel Legends figure for Spider-Man Unlimited, and it
Yeah.
was really interesting to see like half the people be like, "Oh, is this a 2099 suit that I've never seen before?" And the other people who recognized it were like, "Oh my God, I can't believe Marvel's acknowledging Spider-Man Unlimited in 2025."
Yes. Yes. And I'll tell you what, I would have picked that up if it had the cell shaded like
The
paint
face looks all
applications.
Oh,
wrong.
that would have
Dude, the
been
face
cool.
looks, yeah.
It's really unfortunate, I think.
Which is weird because we know Hasbro can do that because they dropped the X-Men 97 toys that do have
Yeah.
like that cell
Just
shaded look.
just another common X-Men W, I guess.
Yeah, common X-Men W, I fear.
Spider
Um,
Who?
We said
Spider
this is a
what?
really funny thing to say while we're in the age of revelation.
Listen,
Yeah,
it's not been all bad.
sometimes. On that note, I think this would be a good time to segue on to our pick of the week,
Uh,
since we're talking X-Men and stuff that we like to read. If that's okay with y'all.
Yeah,
sure.
All right. Um, spoiler, since you went first, I'll take first bid
sounds
on this
good.
section. So for stuff that's upcoming, I got a lot of good stuff coming up. Imperial is ending. I've been enjoying Imperial a lot. I love space war nonsense, so it's been fun for me.
It's been missed
Uh,
this last month.
E-viewing will be returning with Expatriate X-Men. So seeing Kamala with the exceptional cast who I've adored. That'll be really fun. And I can't believe I'm saying this as a child who is very indifferent to Thor. I am so excited for Mortal Thor #3. The ending tag, like the final page of #2.
Uh-huh.
Literally, I slammed the book on the desk and I handed it to Spoiler, and I'm like, "Shut up! Stop whatever you're doing." I think you were reading Final
Stop reading Final
Crisis.
Crisis. Yep.
Yes, I told you to stop reading Final Crisis. I don't care. You have to go read Mortal Thor #3
And it
or
was
#2.
the correct choice.
It was the correct choice. No love, no hate to Grant Morrison,
Tiny bit
but
of hate to
Jesus,
Graham Morrison.
I'll
having to
slander
read
Grant
Final
Morrison a
Crisis,
little bit.
having to read Final Crisis was a chore. I fear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Mother
Mortal
Box.
Thor #2 was great, and I'm very excited for Mortal Thor #3. Um, I'm really excited to see how long the status quo of Thor not being a character in the Avengers will last.
Or do you mean Beta Ray Bill?
Yeah, I mean, Bill. I've been really enjoying it, and I love Pascal Ferry. I first got to read him through the Jed MacKay Doctor Strange book, and I think his art style just fits like magic so well, which is interesting because this series has been pretty low magic so far. But whenever it does, it just really hits well, and I'm very excited. So that'll be my pick of the week for sure.
Nice.
So for mine, I'm gonna go with obviously Expatriate X-Men is incredible, or I'm assuming it will be incredible. Exceptional's been amazing. Love viewing, love Kamala, and Voyeur #2 is gonna be really interesting. Issue 1 set a lot of stuff up. Kind of wasn't the best issue just because it was so much setup, and I'm excited to see how that pays off. But for my pick of the week, I got to go with Runaways #5. When I first started reading Marvel Comics, like basically the first thing I ever dove back into was the Runaways, and I've loved them for it's been like 5 years now. They're amazing. Rainbow Rowell's first run was incredible. Seeing Nico and Carolina finally get together. Spoilers for a 4-year-old run, for a 5-year-old run, I guess, 6-year-old run, whatever. But that was such a satisfying ending and the fact that it kind of got cut short where it did, because it had so much potential to keep on going. Seeing her come back to do Runaways now has been amazing. Nico's been one of my favorite characters for a while, and she's basically the lead of this and getting a lot of spotlight attention. I'm excited to see if this possibly plays into the Sorcerer Supreme upcoming comic in any way. I think we already know who the Sorcerer Supreme is going to be, and it's not going to be Nico. But I'm excited to see the whole gang back together again for the final issue of this series. Oh yeah, and it's One World Under Doom, which is something that's been going on, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Really the best way to describe that event. I love it dearly, but it has been the most. Oh, okay. I guess this is happening.
You like it once a month because you get new Doom aura farming panels.
Yes, whenever the new Doom aura farming chapter comes out, I'm very excited. The rest of the month, I'm just like, oh, okay, cool.
I'm in such a weird position with One World Under Doom because the last issue I read was the one before people say it falls off. So I'm like, I don't know, guys. I liked it.
So, if you want my quick hot take, I don't think it ever falls off. I think people just had different expectations than where it ended up going. I've been clear from the get-go. The whole point of this series is just Doom aura farming. Like it's not going to be some deep commentary about what it means to be a tyrant or like should dictators exist. It's going to be let's make Doom look really cool for 9 issues. And you know what? Props to Ryan North. He's been doing a hell of a job.
I liked when Doom was giving universal healthcare and education.
That's also that's aura farming in its own way.
Just as New York City and Jersey City lately.
What do you think, Gotzillard? What are you looking forward to?
All right, not to play my hand too early.
No, please do.
If you pay attention to me, you'll know that I have a complicated relationship with Batman, otherwise known as I hate him. However, if you're gonna let Danny Warren Johnson write and draw an absolute Batman issue where he fights white supremacists,
especially after Warren Johnson's recent art,
I am just, oh my gosh, give it to me now, please. And that's not even to diminish. James Herron is working on that, and I have really enjoyed his work with Ultra Mega. I haven't read a whole lot of it, but it's really quite good. I'm not familiar with Meredith McLaren though. Do y'all know?
That name sounds vaguely familiar. I don't. Let's see. Meredith. I like her glasses on her League profile. Oh, she worked with Kelly Thompson on Black Cloak. I've heard good things about Black Cloak.
Oh, okay. I see a lot of Adventure Time books in here, but I really think it's cool that they got 3 writer artists to do the stories in this. I think that's awesome, and it's gonna leave. I think that's just gonna like be so cool to see like different people's interpretations of this character, because we'll get to it. I'm sure.
Do you think this opens up the possibility for the most famed writer artist of all, that of It Is Jeffrey, to possibly step on the book?
Oh gosh. Could I ever debase myself so low as to write a Batman comic? I don't know.
It is easy money, I feel.
I suppose. I mean, how hard could it be?
Exactly. How hard could it be?
What I'm very excited about.
There's a man.
Yeah.
He beats people up sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Preferably racist.
He likes keeping kids around him.
What if that became Batman's new gimmick? He just beat it. He was like the Ghost Rider of racists.
That's just called Green Arrow.
Whenever
people have a good pitch for Batman, 90% of the time that's just Green Arrow. But we'll get to that later.
Before we move on from talking about the annual, I do want to say I'm very excited to see Mike Spicer will be doing DWJ's colors for this issue. Yeah. They're the match made in heaven. Anytime another colorist has tried to do DWJ's pencils, I just don't think it hits the same way. So I'm very excited to see that Mike will also be coming on.
You know, I'm not actually sure that I've ever seen that, but
I think The Moon is Following Us has a different colorist, and I like The Moon is Following Us, but it doesn't look as good.
Okay. I need to catch up on that. I'm so behind.
I'll look into it later. Well, I'll say we all got some pretty solid stuff here. I think people are very quick to doom post about like the state of comics, big air quotes, but like, I don't know. There's always something or other that I'm excited for.
Yeah. I don't think there's ever been a week where I'm not looking forward to something.
I mean, not for nothing, Black Cat's being written by G. Will Wilson, and I read that first
Precisely.
issue,
Mhm.
and that's coming out that week. So
Oh yeah.
I liked the first issue. I thought it was fun. I don't know if I'll catch up, but
Didn't you buy that
I
thinking it
liked
was a
it.
one shot?
No, I bought it because I had the Peach Momoko cover, and we
Wait,
have
no,
a
it's
demon.
it was Cheshire and Cheetah you thought was a one shot.
Cheshire and Cheetah Robs the Justice League. I thought was a one shot. I didn't know it was a mini, but I haven't bought that yet. I'm gonna wait.
Now you're trade waiting it, yeah.
Yes. No, what I was gonna say is the only reason I bought Black Cat #1 is that I have a demon contract with Peach Momoko where I have to buy all of her variant covers, or I like shrivel up like a piece of toast that's been in the fryer too long. So
You could have just said like
I
a
had to
raisin.
do it
That's a
for my
normal
mortality.
metaphor.
No,
Okay. But yes, I saw you sign that contract.
with blood. I had to like trick my.
Now you have her artwork hanging up in your apartment.
I do.
And you have
Love the daily.
that one issue of Marvel 2-in-1 because Candy Southern.
But my thing shrine, I almost added to that today. It took a lot of strength not to buy another thing.
I'm proud of you. Good job.
Well, you knock out 2 for 1 there with the peach cover. The Storm, yes. All
Oh,
everything,
the
yes.
The Marvel,
About
yeah, the Marvel, yeah, that one's good. Well, I think on that note, should we move on to stat libs then? Because
oh gosh, I hope this is
let's do some
good.
fun. Okay, so
It'll
I have
work.
2 thoughts on how we can do this, and we'll decide it live on air. We can either look up an actual Mad Libs, right?
I think we already have a couple of those.
Oh, do we? Okay, never mind.
I
My
did
other
see
idea
a
was
few.
just going to be like, your 5th most read, you have to go on a date on or something. That's silly.
I'm gonna check that real quick now that you said that. Wait, no, I
Mine
know.
would be Nightwing, and I am content with that.
Mine's Clark Kent, and yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine with him taking me out. But do we want to pull up what we actually have ready?
Yes, I think that'd be more fun.
Sure. Oh gosh, I've been trying to stifle like coughs like so much.
It is the biggest anxiety I always have with recording, but I do think sometimes you gotta power through. Do we want to start with the Amazon one, or which one do we want to start with?
Take your pick. Surprise us.
Let's do. I think we should do Nora's Going Away Bash. That sounds fun.
Okay. I did say before, I think this would be really funny if we try to make it about Nora Freeze.
I think we should imagine that it is her. Yes.
All right, Godzilla, give me an adjective.
Okay. So I'm looking at my
Yeah, better yet, use your reading
series.
Yeah.
Shoot. Darn it. Maybe I should just go to my red list. I'll just pick one at random.
This works. Yeah.
This is hard. There's not any adjective.
Give me 1 second. We'll go with
Uncanny.
vengeful.
Uncanny? Okay, we can do that. Now, spoiler, I want you to look at your. Let's say, go to your reading list.
Yep.
What's the most recent title you've read? Like, what's the most recent issue you've read?
It is Sinister's 6, #1.
You recall where that takes place?
Sinister's Lab.
The world of revelation.
The Age of Revelation.
Sure, we'll do that. Hold on, I have to open it. I was trying to do it on my phone, and it does not like that, so I'm going to open it up on the laptop. Girl was not a fan of the phone. All right.
Nothing's ever a fan of the phone.
It is not. Okay. So we have uncanny for our first adjective. We have the world of revelation for our place.
Poor Nora Freeze. What's she gotten into?
Nothing good.
I can't spell revelation.
Hopefully she's away from Victor. I don't think he's in the world of revelation yet.
Not yet.
With the
Okay,
DLC
so-
fighters, though, who knows?
So we need a plural noun. Can one of you two decide how I will find a plural noun? It can be
So
my reading
give me a
stats.
number, and then I'll go to a character, and then something that they're associated with. I'll do that.
For the plural noun? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do 8. I like that. That's a good number.
Optic blasts.
That'll do.
I wonder who that could be.
Blast.
I think that's Superman, right? That's what his power is called?
Cyclops.
Oh, I guess I don't know who that is. Sounds lame.
Okay, spoiler. I want you to go to your collection stats.
Yes.
What's your most expensive issue? Like your most valuable issue?
Oh,
The Amazing Spider-Man number 301.
Give me
Got
a
that
plural
for
noun.
free.
Give me a plural noun that you associate with Spider-Man. Give me a plural noun you associate with Spider-Man.
Spiders.
Spiders. Okay, now, Gotzillard, I want you to look at, go to your collection stats. Who's your most collected author?
Most collected author. Let's see. Jonathan Hickman.
Okay, now give me an adjective you would describe Jonathan Hickman with.
Oh dear.
Remember, Hickman fanboys are listening.
Is there a good adjective for like ignorant of women?
Misogynist?
I don't know that I would say that.
Well, I don't know. Well,
I don't know. He likes to
He's very focused on his
play
favorites.
the long con, right? Maybe scheming.
Scheming. I like that. I like scheming. Oh, I spelled it wrong. Okay.
This is not a
Spoiler.
spelling podcast.
Spoiler. I would like you to go to your wish list.
Oh boy, I do not update this stuff. Let's see what it's like though.
As long as there's more than 5, it should work.
It is, yes.
Okay. Go to your second most recent one. So not the most recent thing you've added to your wish list. The second
Most recent added or most recent to come out?
Most recent added.
Okay. Got it. Back roll number 46.
Give me an adjective you would use to describe, because that's Cass, right?
It is, yes.
Give me an adjective
How'd you
you'd
know?
use to describe Cass.
Sapphic.
I like that.
There
We all
go,
know
there we
it.
go.
Okay, we need another adjective.
Is
Here, I'll
Nora
throw one
about
in.
to come out as gay at this badly?
My second recent addition to my wish list is Giant Size Conan the Barbarian number 1. So for our next adjective, I'm going to put
it's Conan.
savage. Getting
Nice.
savage in there. Gotzillard, I want you to look at your. You know what? Just go to your collection. What's the most recent book you've added to your collection?
My most recent. How do I even?
It should just be the first thing that pops up if you go to collection.
Well, I have to sort.
Yeah, you got it.
Oh, you know what? I'll just go to my activity.
Yes, this would do it.
Okay. Absolute Wonder Woman number 12.
Shout out Absolute
Give me
Wonder
a
Woman.
give me a noun you associate with Absolute Wonder Woman. A noun. It could be a name of a character. It could be a place. It just has to be a noun.
That's a person, a place, or a thing.
Buster Sword.
Buster Sword. I like that. There's so many. I didn't realize how many of these we'd have to fill out. Let's see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12,
Oh
13,
boy.
14. I'm just gonna start skipping the stuff I think is funny. I will fill in with stuff as we go. So Godzillard, why don't you give me a song? I need the name of a song.
Oh gosh. Do I go too on the nose?
Okay, yeah, go for it.
I can't be cool.
I can't be cool. Okay, back.
You're staying away from
Keyboard.
Victor.
What's a good verb? Connecting. Noun. Victor. Okay, spoiler. I want you. Okay. So you currently have Stephanie Brown as your profile picture, as we know.
I do. Yes.
Give me a place you associate with spoiler.
Let's go with. Want to say it's Kenya. I believe that's where her and Dr. Tompkins went after
Kenya?
War Games. Yeah, Kenya. Might have been Tanzania, but we're saying Kenya just because I feel more confident in that.
Godzillard, I want you. Let's bring in the brand here. Think of Forceworks. Think of your beloved Forceworks.
Okay.
A
I always
verb,
am. You don't have to tell me.
verb that ends in ing that you associate with Forceworks. A verb that ends with ing.
Oh gosh. Popping. Because
like
you know
this.
the fold out cover.
Yes,
It
it pops out. I like that.
I still need to do that with my coffee.
Just rip it off.
My coffee that has like, I think I showed you. I put this on League that has like 2 covers on it.
I think that's a valuable artifact for our time, and that you should protect it. But hey, it's your.
Or also,
deal.
it's a rite of passage for Forceworks. This dollar bin comic
Spoiler,
I
It's
got.
true. It's true.
Spoiler, I want you to think of the emotion that you associate when you read a comic featuring Stephanie Brown. What emotion is that?
Joy.
Joy.
Unless it's
Yeah.
War Games.
Then it's
And suffering.
Yeah.
Joyous suffering.
No,
See.
it's joy unless it's War Games. If it's War Games, then I hate it.
Yeah.
I don't like seeing her get tortured. Shout out to Black Mask, who got an action figure before Steph.
That's wild.
It came with the tools he used during War Games.
That's
Just like
crazy.
as his little decorations. You can recreate the scene where he tortures Steph. Oh wait, no, you can't because there isn't a Steph to use.
They're out of pocket for that.
All right, I need 2 more adjectives. How about each of you give me an adjective?
Okay. Let's go with purple.
Sure.
Staying on brand still.
And then Godzilla, give me a good adjective.
I'm looking through the collection. They are not coming to me. Invincible.
That works.
Someone with editing skills. Clip this and put the meme in.
Okay. I will now do the dramatic reading of Nora's going away bash.
Oh
Are you
boy.
all prepared? I want to hear your reactions after I finish.
Mhm.
Sample, please. We threw the most uncanny party ever to celebrate our incredible friend Nora before she heads off to the world of Revelation. The room was decorated with optic blasts and silly spiders. Everyone wore their most scheming outfits, but Nora looked especially sapphic in her Savage Buster sweater. The party started with a spectacular toast where we all shared our favorite memories of Nora. Somebody brought up the time she snicked a victor at Kenya, and we laughed so hard as the night wrapped up. Nora opened her gifts, which included an exceptional black mask and elastic keepsake to remind her of us. When it was time to say goodbye, we all gathered in a circle and sang, "I Can't Be Cool," which made me feel joy. Nora gave us one last purple smile and promised to ping us soon. We'll miss her infamous laugh, her invincible spirit, and her talent for popping. But we know she'll do ultimate things in Gotham. Goodbye, Nora. We love you more than the Robins.
I've still never her looking sapphic in her Buster Sword because never has a more truth thing been uttered.
Yes!
I think that's just
Yes!
that's just called a summary of Absolute Wonder Woman.
And Final Fantasy VII.
Oh. Well, that was brilliant. I think we'll put this in the description of the YouTube video just so people can appreciate this.
Oh yeah,
Crying.
The gift that it is. This is beautiful.
Especially Sapphic in her Buster Sword.
As much as I'd love to do more, I think for the sake of time, we should move on to the next
Sesh.
So it's time for Yap Sesh. So if y'all will recall from our prior episodes, this is just kind of where we talk about whatever we want. We can talk about stuff that maybe came up earlier in the podcast. We can talk about stuff that's on our mind. Really, just this is the freeform segment. So Godzilla, did you have anything in mind that you want to yap about?
Well, considering it's my entire personality and I can't go through this episode without mentioning Ghost in the Shell,
let's talk about it.
Where do I even start? What do we even do?
So I know nothing about Ghost in the Shell other than isn't it that movie that Scarlett Johansson was in?
That is the case. Yeah. You know what? I want to let me just pull up my DMs with Spider-Man because I was pitching it to him and he was like, that sounds like the coolest thing ever.
It is.
Let's see. Where was it? Here it is. Here's my pitch for what at least the movie. The manga is a little I haven't finished it yet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm about halfway through. It's not quite this, but there's vibes. Basically it's like what it's about is like exploring the concept of self through like a 99% cybernetic Japanese transbian secret agent.
Okay.
I hear no lies.
You know, it's gosh, it's so interesting. It's like my favorite thing ever. Like just it's probably why I'm so interested in like cyberpunk and everything like that.
Yeah. I wanted to use this as a second to kind of talk to you about something that kind of comes up frequently in these discussions. A lot of people phrase like comics fandom and then manga and anime fandom as like two opposing like forces. Like, how do you feel about that? Do you think the two can exist together? Like, what's your take on that?
I think that like humans have like a like compulsion to like kind of be what should I say? Maybe like tribal about things like this. Like it has to we have to separate them. And it's like there's sequential art. I mean, it's but just you could do both. Like I'm not a huge like manga reader, like not huge. I mean, I want to read more, but it's just a blind spot for me. It's like a lot of like I just am not in those circles. And if something jumped out at me that I wanted to read, I would check it out. Like I just the other day bought the first volume of Sailor Moon.
Oh, nice.
I don't know anything about it other than like seems fun, I guess.
So I think this ties in well to kind of what we were talking about at the top of the hour with like our origin stories. For me, I can't separate my love of comics from anime and manga because it was so intertwined. My dad was
Yeah.
introducing me to X-Men at the same time that he was showing me like Akira or like my favorite anime film, Porco Rosso. Like these two are just so connected to me. So I always think it's interesting when you see that tribalism that you were talking about. This like idea that like these two camps. That's always interesting to me because I'm actively going between the two tents at night, like a thief in the night, just
Like a
going back
raccoon
and
in the
forth.
garage.
Yeah, like a raccoon in the garage, truly. Um, and I definitely think like films like Ghost in the Shell, or even I'd throw Akira in there too, like things that bust out of the anime fandom and go into broader like culture are always interesting because they work as really good bridges, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I'll say that like I would find it strange if there's a human being alive that has never heard of Dragon Ball, you know?
Yeah,
Um, and I think One Piece is kind of, I would say in this day and age, maybe reaching those kind of same levels.
Oh, absolutely, I
That's what
think.
I see.
for
Um,
sure.
but no, to get back to the point you were getting at, I just think a lot of people want to feel like the thing that they like is better than other stuff.
Hmm.
I don't I don't work that way.
Mhm.
As I mean, Force works. Um,
Oh, the first works of it
Uh,
all.
and I don't want this to be like a whole call out thing. I just think, there's different sensibilities to things. Like you write from your perspective, you make art from what you know, and I think it's perfectly reasonable if someone like was reading comics and was like, well, I live like in a, let's just say hypothetically, like DC and Marvel is mostly, I would say, American centric.
Sure.
mhm.
If
Absolutely, yeah.
if someone from America was like, well, I like this stuff because I get it, like I'm here, it speaks to me in this way, it has themes that I more readily like am equipped to understand. And like there's a lot of manga that's like it's just from a super different place.
For
Um,
sure.
to not to bust out of sequential art, but I like Godzilla. I'm sure you can understand.
Naturally.
um, I think that first movie is probably some of the most moving and
For
powerful
sure. It's beautiful.
like commentary and playing on like the horrors of nuclear war. And
Hmm.
I don't know that like someone from America could necessarily make that movie.
Well, we've seen it a couple times now, and let me tell you, I certainly think they can't. I don't, I don't think any of the attempts have been as good.
Uh,
Well,
I have a
we
lot
don't have
of,
to get
I
on
will
that tangent.
clarify, I will clarify, I have a lot of love in my heart for the Matthew Broderick film from 1998. It is not a good Godzilla film, but it is like a fun, if you have a bunch of friends and you want to have a fun time, put on the
Oh
Matthew
yeah.
Broderick Godzilla film. You will have a pleasurable experience.
Yeah. But it's just like I've never read anything like Ghost in
Mhm.
the Shell. And if
Yeah.
I took a firm stance and it's like I like Spider-Man and I only want to read stuff where people interact with Spider-Man, not to hone in on people that have a fave, but
mhm.
like I would never reach that. And it's like it just its themes have like infiltrated uh
Mhm.
a lot of other things that I like. Most of those I would say are probably still Japanese media, but
Yeah.
Halo is partially inspired by Ghost in the Shell in some aspects. Like you can see like designs and stuff. And I love those games a lot. but it's at a certain point. I think I would ask someone like, if the people that are making your favorite thing were inspired by something, wouldn't you be interested in that?
The amount of people I know that will glaze Blade Runner till the day the cows come home, but haven't watched Ghost in the Shell because it's Japanese or it's anime and they don't want to, is insane to me. Because I'm
I
like,
mean, you could
it's the same conversation that's happening. You'd love it. It's the same
you
ennui,
could
I guess.
you could say the same thing about The Matrix too. I mean,
For
that's
sure.
3 movies I've never seen.
We could have a whole podcast episode just being like, here's stuff we'll force spoilers
Here's,
to watch one
here's all
day.
the stuff Lainey's never seen that everyone says is great.
I've actually never seen The Matrix either, so I'm with you.
It's so trans.
Okay.
You guys have to. It's the most trans film I've ever seen.
Have you watched
Created by
Ghost in
two
the
trans
Shell? And I know
women.
the answer's
I,
no.
I think you.
I've watched the Barbie movie.
And there you go. Yeah, no, I feel that.
I think that kind of dominated
Spoiler.
this conversation. Y'all go.
Yeah, spoiler. Did you have anything you wanted to yap about in this yap hour?
Let's see. I always have things to yap about, but I never know what they are.
That's true. It usually comes at you sporadically.
Mm-hmm. As soon as we move on to Batman, so I draw 16 things random to talk about. But do we want to talk about do we want to talk about Age of Revelation now that we have 2 weeks into the tie-ins?
Yeah.
Because we're recording this a couple weeks in advance, so we haven't read everything yet. But
it's better than the normal stuff, but it's still not good. That's my quick sense.
Yeah,
you're saying thumbs up versus From the Ashes.
Yes, I've found From the Ashes incredibly
we're
disappointing.
We're kind of limbo dancing with the devil here, but we're still clearing the bar.
Mm-hmm.
I personally like Uncanny.
Uncanny's been really good. I love the kids there. Since the first issue, I think I texted Cybershine when I read that first issue and was like, so when are Calico and Jade getting together?
Yeah.
Way back when on that was my sister's 15th birthday, August 7th, 2024. Yes. Sorry, I'm losing track of time here. But yeah, I read that issue that came out 2 days after my birthday. And I was like, oh, see, these are lesbians she made for me.
Yeah.
And then when it finally happened, the way my phone got blown up.
Guilty, yeah.
I was gonna have to call AT&T on that one.
But I'll say that honestly, I didn't read a whole lot of From the Ashes that wasn't Uncanny.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I'm only gonna read Binary from Revelation.
Okay.
Ooh, that's a pick. Do you have an association with the character?
I like Carol Danvers. I really want to get. I'm sorry, what?
I just said I'm sorry that you like Carol Danvers. It's been rough since Civil War II.
Oh, well, I have read Avengers 200, so I
think
I'm numb for all time.
Ripping that Band-Aid off, that took a lot.
Sometimes I think about the post that I made that was like, the gun that when you shoot someone with it beams Avengers 200 in their head.
I think that's truly one of the top. That's one of the posts of all time.
So you're excited about Binary then?
Yes. I haven't. I'm waiting for Marvel to reprint more of the X-Men epics because I just can't keep reading.
Yeah.
But I just wrapped up. Like the last one was like Phoenix Saga.
Oh yeah.
I want to say maybe there was one after that, but
Mm-hmm.
pretty much I haven't
gotten like a Brood one, like a Brood Saga reprint.
Shout out to one of the times Scott Summers was pro genocide.
Okay.
Well, that's later Brood, but he was probably ready then. Scott has a history.
Okay, good to know. I think my fascination with Carol Danvers has always come from X-Men the Animated Series.
Yeah.
Because I love Rogue so much, and like you watch that whole show, and then all of a sudden Rogue, like you understand her backstory, and it like just changes everything about what you see or like what you get. And they
They're
don't
very. You want to
expand
talk
on
about
Carol. God, please go.
I'm touching her longer than I've ever touched anyone before. It just starts moaning.
Yeah, there's a lot of that. But they don't
Well, I
expand
knew
on
you were going to bring
Carol
that up.
very much in
No,
that
not
series.
particularly.
But seeing her in Earth's Mightiest Heroes, I'm like, oh, she's cool. And
I love Carol very dearly. I do blame Superhero Squad for the lack of like love in my heart for Carol. She's incredibly annoying in that show.
I don't
Poor
even
Carol.
remember her in that.
Her whole bit is that she's the Karen that's always trying to stop the Superhero Squad from doing whatever stupid thing they want to do. It's sweet.
I see. My favorite
That's
bit
just
from
called being
that's got to be
responsible.
the Punisher thing.
Yes, the Punisher.
Sorry, you were saying.
Spoiler, did you have something? I thought
No,
okay.
I've never seen Superhero Squad, so I'm acting like I understand this
We'll
bit.
cheer you. We'll cheer you one day.
But no, I don't have a huge history with Carol Danvers, but I've read her first like 2 epics. That's about it, and I want to know more. And
Fair.
this seemed like it's a weird like entry point for her character, sure, but it seems like
This
a
way
pretty
everything
low
is.
stakes way to just get more of it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And then did you say you had some other stuff you wanted to talk about, like on a list? Is that what I heard correctly?
Who, me?
Yes.
Oh, I mean, I was just gonna. I didn't know how we were gonna do the weekly poll thing, but I've been reading
Yeah,
Superman
yeah.
for all seasons.
Oh, that's such a
Oh,
good
I've been
book.
meaning to read that. Yes, I love Tim Sale and Jeff Loeb working together.
It's not my first Jeff Loeb book. I've read Hush and some of Hush
Oh
2
no,
before that.
not Hattush and Hawunch.
I had to.
And I, for as much as I did actually kind of end up liking Hush, I didn't know he had it in him.
Yeah. But it's something about working with Sale that just kicks him up a notch.
Yeah, and that's one thing too about like making comics is that it should be a two-way street. It should be a conversation between, the artist and the writer, and I think they do probably bring out just really great stuff in each other. But no, I've been reviewing it if you want to hear my thoughts about it. So
Yeah, I'd love to talk about that.
shout out Dead Earbuds for recommending it.
As always, Dead Earbuds with the great recommendations.
Next up, we're going to have to get you on the long Halloween.
Oh.
It's that time of year.
But
it's that time of year.
I
Batman in the name.
I feel like I'll have to send like a private apology.
Would it be better if I told you it's Jim Gordon and Harvey Dent book? That just happens to have Batman.
That's what it is. What I was going to say is, because this will probably be coming out the 29th, we'll have to send an apology to Lynn that we didn't have her on to do a long Halloween.
Talk about long Halloween,
the
yeah.
week of Halloween.
No, I'm going to need to read. I'm going to need to read Dark Victory this year. I read Long Halloween for the first time last year around this time. I'll read Dark Victory now. And the last Halloween, I think, is still coming out.
If you like Tim Sale on Superman Kryptonite, also very good.
Oh, yeah. I read Kryptonite and For All Seasons in the same day. And it was wonderful to just have that much Tim Sale Clark injected right into my veins.
He draws Clark so cute. I love how round he is.
He looks like a big thumb, but I want to hug him.
Exactly. And what better depiction of Clark is there?
My favorite Superman panel, maybe not of all time, but definitely up there, is from Kryptonite. Just the way Tim Sale draws it. So the setup is that like Clark, it's the first time he's really realizing how invulnerable he is. He has to like save people from like a burning volcano. So he's like punching a hole in the volcano to like move the lava, and he's getting all burnt, but he's still fine. He's Superman. He's fine, but he's
Yeah.
get like his costume's all burnt, and he flies home to Smallville.
Oh yeah.
And he comes into the kitchen, and he's just holding his cape like a little boy, and he goes like, "Ma, I need a hug." And it's such a good panel.
Oh yeah. Anytime we get Clark and the Kents interacting is always top tier, unless it's in Man of Steel.
Well,
I think Tim Sale just has a
Sometimes
talent
you
for
just-
drawing like sweet scenes.
Mm-hmm.
oh,
He's
for
good at drawing
sure. Sometimes you just gotta let your entire class just drown in a bus.
It happens.
So All Seasons has the format where like each issue it's like a different perspective. Did you have a favorite that you enjoyed?
So I'm only 2 issues in,
Okay.
and I love Lois Lane. So there's your answer.
Yeah, that I was gonna
Yeah,
say.
Lois is always top tier.
Any writer that can like nail Lois's like determined like not gonna give anybody the time of day except for myself kind of like
I like to think of
mentality.
Lois as the like personality match for like Superman's like strength. Like she's such a like.
She's an unstoppable force, and he's an immovable object, quite literally.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it, actually.
It's why like I get the draw of giving her Kryptonian powers, even though if I don't enjoy it personally, I understand why, like as a writer, that's interesting because you're giving this character who's so proactive and won't stop the ability to never stop. I think yeah, I understand how that's appealing, even if I don't personally like it.
I hope that we are living in the Loisance right now with the Superman movie and everything going on. Let's give. I think it's the time we just had the Summer of Superman. Let's give Lois Lane her own series again.
The fall of the winter of Lois Lane.
The decade of Lois Lane.
On God, please.
The century of Lois Lane. But going
The
off the idea you were
highway of
talking
Lois
about,
Lane.
ooh, there we go. But going off the idea you talked about, characters gain Kryptonian powers. It's always such an interesting choice to see what characters they decide to give powers, if just temporarily. Tom Taylor did with Nightwing in his run. Nightwing, I think that was
Just said
incredible.
that.
The idea of Dick being basically all of the will of Bruce and giving him all of Clark's powers, and him having to hold himself back to not do everything he could to save every single person he could, and seeing that pain in his eyes, the realization he can do more, but he can't do everything, was so good. Also, on the other end, when everybody got Black Adam powers, what a time that was.
Oh God, that's the part of Dark Crisis I'm looking forward to reading the least, frankly.
I couldn't tell if you were going to say the most or the least until the word came out of your mouth. It could have gone either way there.
It could have. Well, yeah, hold on. I want to take at that with something real quick. So, I feel like we're talking a lot about like sort of the Superman of it all, but I really do think if we're talking about all seasons, we have to talk about the supporting cast a little bit. Godzilla, let me ask you this question directly. You just talked about Lois a bit, but like considering the whole scope of the Superman world, who are some characters you like seeing come up in the Superman stories?
Oh gosh. I mean, I'll tell you this right now. My 2 biggest touchstones for Superman are the animated series
Mm-hmm.
and Death of Superman, because I'm a weirdo who read that early.
Thank you. We all are. We should be.
And like, he's a character that doesn't pop up a whole lot, but at least in what I've read so far. But like, Steel is awesome to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love John Henry Irons. He's a blast.
Yeah. Like, I can't come up with a single negative thing to say about Steel. And his Dawn in DC, where he was kind of muskish, was weird, but I think that's been moved past.
That's a direction.
Like I said, we've moved past that.
I like that he represents like the most like taking Superman's ideals and what can you do with that as just a guy right? Like, how can
Mhm.
you, as just a dude, can live the Superman mindset?
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. One thing I haven't delved too deep into is a lot of
Mhm.
like the Smallville era.
Okay.
Yes.
And so just the way that he interacts with his childhood friends sometimes does stick out with me. Like
Mhm.
I think Lana's pretty interesting. Just the story of like these are two people that haven't seen each other in forever and she's in on it. And when she comes back into his life, like how are their lives different now and like how do they reconnect? Like I think the episode of the animated series where she's like is she like dating Lex Luthor or something kind
Yeah,
of?
that's how they introduce her, I think.
I thought that was neat. Um and I want to say it was from one of the Doomsday books, but there's I can't remember which one it is, but you might know. It's
Hmm.
it's the story that I want to say it's like the A plot is in the present, but the B plot is like about the past and the story of like the winter where like all the
Yes,
cows got frozen.
all the cows froze, and Clark has to like reckon with like, I have all this power, but like, what can I do to stop the? Yeah.
Yeah, I found that probably the best part of that story. Um but it just seeing Clark in Smallville, like either before he like really becomes like a superhero, or just
Hmm.
reconnecting after however much time, I think is pretty compelling stuff. But it's just not something I've been exposed to a whole lot.
Yeah, very fair. Shout out former president of the United States, Pete Ross. Remember that? Remember when Superman's childhood best friend
Uh,
was
yeah,
president?
I remember when Lex was president.
What a time.
He said two childhood friends end up as president.
Well,
And
I think
frankly,
we, yeah.
Crazy.
I was gonna say that I think we need to move into people he knows in his adult life and let Bibbo Babowski or Lois Lane be president next. Maybe just even run a
Let
poll
Those
like
are
they
former
did for
former
Jason.
Metropolis PD detective Alan Turpin be the
Yeah.
new
Oh, I
president.
forgot. I loved
Harry
Maggie
White for
Sawyer.
president.
Oh,
Oh,
Maggie
Maggie
Sawyer is a
Sawyer.
great pick.
Of course you do. I wonder why.
I didn't even know.
Who
I didn't
doesn't?
even know. Whenever I was watching that show, I did not know that
Or did
she
you?
like we
You
were
knew it in
this
your heart.
we were attracted. We were the
You knew it in your heart.
the magnetism.
The
The
only woman who
magnetism.
has bagged the only woman who has bagged both Batwoman and the Question, might I say. Talk about a flex.
So far, you still have time.
I'll get there. I think we've been having a really fun time with a lot of love for a character that we like. How about we immediately pivot to a lot of disdain for a franchise we feel indifferent? Let's go to the
Batman
Batman
slander
Slander
hour.
Hour.
Okay, so I have an idea for this.
Go
I want you two to
Yeah.
both pitch your ideas for how we can make for an interesting idea for Batman, and I'm going to tell you how that's actually Green Arrow.
Yeah, is
Okay,
that how
so we
you
start,
want to? Yeah,
and he's dead,
Okay,
I love
this
it.
is just when Connor Hawk was Green Arrow.
and it's not about him at all,
This is when
and
Connor
he's
Hawk
not
was
in
Green
it.
Arrow. Yes, yes, this is when Connor Hawk was Green Arrow. So Oliver was dead, and this wasn't about him. So his son was doing things, and it was good.
Okay.
I like that. My pitch for Batman um, is I think he should retire and he gets to be like the new man in the chair, and we
Okay,
let either Dick or uh, here's my crazy pick. I think Kate should become the main hero of Gotham
okay.
for a bit. I think that would go amazing.
So for Green Arrow, The best thing I can think of for this is not perfect. However, during Fall of Green Arrow, Rise of Arsenal. Actually, no, that's not this. This would been a little bit earlier when Arsenal, Roy Harper, I think he was Red Arrow at the time. Actually, was member of the Justice League. He was a great dad, and Ollie was kind of flop mayor of Star City.
See, a lot of people I think would be confused probably at Bat Slander Hour, but I really do think you can tell and just how little we want to talk about Batman that we can't even.
The fact that I'm making a Batman slander hour into Green Arrow Glaze Hour.
Ooh, that'll be whenever we do an evil dark episode, whenever we do like the anti-fairy episode, we'll do Green Arrow Glaze.
That's me all the
God.
time, honestly.
So, Godzillard, I wanted to talk to you. So, you made it no secret, Batman, kind of a, not your fave, to say the least.
Stinky.
Why don't you get into that? Here's a platform. Talk about it. What about Batman do you not enjoy? Is there some exceptions to the rule? What's going on with that?
I think he just sincerely doesn't specifically appeal to me, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not even that I hate him, because I don't. It's just that I don't like that he's in everything.
Mm-hmm.
I
think we were just talking about this a couple days ago.
I will read his books sometimes when I've got a weird vibe
Yourself,
I gotta get out. And I'll like him. I will. But then I won't think about him after that until DC forces me to, because he's everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, honestly, like nearly every single other thing about his entire mythos and universe is like more interesting to me.
Yeah, like
my ideal Batman series exists, and it's called Gotham Girls.
Hell yeah!
Say that.
Preach.
That's how I felt with reading Batgirls. I was like, wow, it's everything I like about Batman, but without the part that I don't like.
It's all of the bad, none of the man.
It was brilliant.
True too. But no, I mean, maybe I play up my disdain for him a little bit, but like, really, if I never read another Batman book in my life, I would not have that itch. I just wouldn't.
Mm-hmm. I get that.
I think that's fair.
And
yeah. No, go ahead.
I'm not even sure I could like entirely pinpoint what it is. Because like, I've seen all of BTAS. It's great.
It's good.
It is awesome. I like the Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy episodes. Is my answer.
Girls Night Out is a classic.
That checks out.
Also, like, I like Robin sometimes. He's
Which
cool.
one?
Mostly I really only know Dick.
Mm-hmm. Fair. Probably a bunch of Tim in there as well, just because they've merged the two so much in other media.
But I will say this. Y'all know I love Spider-Man 2099. If you don't think I am locked so hard into Batman Beyond, that's
say that, Queen.
Cyberpunk Batman. Like, I
watched. Harry is so much more interesting than Bruce.
I thought we were talking about when Tim Drake was Batman Beyond.
No, repulsive. Get it away from me.
What a time that was.
I'm gonna pull out my Tim repellent bat spray.
That's me. That's why I'm here, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Get your bricks out.
Batman Beyond, though. Ugh. So good.
Yeah, I mean, really, that's the Spider-Man 2099 show I always wanted. It's not quite the same. It really isn't. But like, it is precisely the vibe it should have been. Instead of Spider-Man fights furries, and it's more like, feels like Terminator than anything, No,
that makes a lot of sense.
Just like, I work at an LCS. I'll be in the shop, and like the theme song will come on, and I'll just like turn my head and I'll go like, heck yeah, and then I'll just keep going.
Iconic.
Because that's
Yeah, it's a
like
classic.
the dingiest, like, I don't even know what you want to call it, shrimp style hard mix if you must. Uh,
Say that.
that is my whole vibe. Everything
Mhm.
about that.
I like that. Oh, Batman.
What a
What a
what a
time.
yeah. What a little guy.
Did y'all
Yeah.
hear they want to cast the guy from the Reacher show as Batman? That's the big rumor right now. I think that'd be stupid.
Okay. I don't know who this guy is.
I don't know who that is, and I didn't hear
Yeah,
that.
like, Google Jack Reacher if you have a device handy.
Okay. Let's see.
It'll be the big buff dude.
Whoa, this
Why
Reacher is
why would he be
jacked.
Batman? Why is he
I don't
Batman?
know. I don't know, but everybody wants him to be Batman.
You know who I want to be Batman? Will Arnett.
Say
That's
that,
peak.
Cleveland.
Let me bring back that Lego Justice League movie that got scrapped.
I'm gonna be real. I don't think Jensen Ackles is bad casting. A lot of people have been talking about Jensen Ackles. I would be fine with that.
What they should do for the DCU Batman is make it Gotham Knights canon so that we can once again repeat the iconic catchphrase of GCPD Officer Number 7. You want a dead name? I'll give you a dead name. Bruce Wayne.
Wait, okay. So I didn't watch the whole show. That's not Bullock. I thought that was supposed to be Bullock.
Wait, that actually might actually be Dent. I think he's in this
No,
scene.
because that's Castiel. Castiel doesn't say that.
Okay.
That's how I remember.
I
Because
I
Castiel
don't
plays Harvey in that show.
I don't think it's Bullock. I think it's some random guy. I don't think Bullock is ever in the show.
I think I just headcanoned that because that just
If you
seems
want, if you want a headcanon that is Bullock, then go for it. But like, there's no Montoya, there's no Gordon, there's none of the,
yeah.
there's none of our,
So Batman's
there's
dead,
none of
but
our
Harvey hasn't
problematic
been
cop faves.
Two-Face yet. That's what's crazy to me about that show.
Mhm. And also, we've gone through the Joker, and the Joker's there, but there's no Two-Face.
SMH. SMH.
We
Man.
we
I'll
don't have
give
a
you
clue
a
mat.
dead name.
There might have been a Riddler, but you know who hasn't existed yet? Clue Master. That's my pitch for season 2.
Spoilers there.
Well, actually, spoiler isn't, just Steph is, because they don't have any vigilante names, except for Duella does go by the Joker's daughter and for a little bit.
Interesting.
But Harper, I don't think ever goes by Bluebird. Turner Hayes is Turner Hayes. He doesn't get anything. Oh, no, Carrie Kelly does get to be Robin. Don't worry.
Well, because she's the Robin of that universe. if I
Yes,
recall.
she is, I believe, the one and only Robin.
Crazy.
And Turner Hayes has a big sword that he carries around.
But he's totally not Damien, you guys. This is my original character.
He's Bruce.
Turner Hayes.
No, because he's Bruce
Turner
Wayne's
Hayes,
adopted
son of
son.
Batman, my original character.
I do have a soft spot for that show for one scene only.
And it's not. I'll give you a dead name.
Okay, sorry, for 2 scenes and 2 scenes only.
Thank you. Well, I think since we're devolving into slop, we should maybe elevate at the end here with some actually good content and talk about Godzillard's original work. Would you like to introduce that, Godzillard?
Oh, you're too kind.
Thank you.
If you don't know, pinned to my profile is this little webcomic I like to make. It's called It Is Jeffrey. Note the spelling of Jeffrey is apparently not how you spell Jeffrey. Because I'm dyslexic. And it resembles nothing, and it's legally distinct from my original IP.
Yes.
No, just like I'm making comics about sharks that walk on land and get into wacky shenanigans.
So why don't we go over the origin story of this? What was the inspiration for doing this? Sort of What makes you wake up in the morning and be like, I'm gonna draw a little walking shark guy?
So I actually do have pinned to my profile is Jeffrey #1, but that does have links out to everything. And I did make a post that was, I called it #0. It basically, I just did the research of how I came up with it. Basically, Purple Donkey made a post that was that was like, oh man, I want to read some Marvel comics, but I don't have any. And naturally, I was on the toilet
We're
when
all
I
good
was
idiots come
scrolling the
from.
league, and I was like, huh, you know what? I will make this person my own comic for them to read. And so I just slapped it out. Uh, and the rest is kind of history, honestly.
The #1 comic published on League of Comic Geeks. Don't fact check that. It's true. I said so.
I'd believe it. Are there any other ones? I'm not actually sure.
As far as I know, we're not even supposed to, which is insanely disappointing.
Oh.
But this isn't a comic. This is a life change. This is a life-changing experience.
I'm gonna read my favorite quote from the series. This comes from
Okay.
It is Jeffrey #2, the final panel. Jeffrey, you laid waste my entire country. However, my affection for your playful shenanigans will never wane. And then not Doom. Dupe drinks some pink lemonade.
Uh-huh.
Iconic.
It's how he, really does everything, I think. He's scheming, he's drinking that lemonade.
As we all should be. Shout out Pink
I like
Lemonade.
that the red band version includes a flaming skull. I think that really enhances the mood.
So now here's the thing about that is that the first issue is Jeffrey eats. I don't think I've ever officially named this character, so this is a leaking out first exclusive.
Exclusive.
Her name is Gwemp Ool.
Oh, Gwenpool. That's really.
No,
Yeah,
it's not.
Jeffrey
Gwemp.
is eating Gwemp Ool's pizza that is for some reason on the ground. Don't think about it. The second one, he blows up a country. And so I really tried to rein it back in with #3 because I felt like
The
that was
stakes are
too
too high
far.
now.
So study
Yes.
imprisons Arachnogwanda in a different dimension against her will, on accident.
Yeah, the mostly old Arachnogwanda. Yeah.
And then they make Sandra Kane.
So that's actually not canon.
Okay.
And the reason why I say that is because I did that all on my computer on Paint 3D.
Naturally, being a different art style.
Yeah, you can tell it's very different. That's the only time I've ever drawn Sonic decently. I'm ashamed to admit. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a writer. I'm not an artist. I'm very happy that I've just failed backwards into making people happy. That's really all. That's really all
really
this is
is.
about.
I mean, every writer and artist started as not a writer and an artist, and one day they decided I should try writing or I should try doing some art, and then they grew up to become the Mark Wades and the Alex Rosses and sometimes the Jeremy Adams that we know today.
I will say, I did flex a little bit of creative writing with my Venom Lethal Protector review.
Yeah. What a brilliant storytelling that was.
Thank you. Don't ask me why I did that. I don't think I could ever.
Why did you do that?
What would possess you?
Besides the ghost of Shakespeare himself.
genuinely, I think my thought process was, it was that like this is a '90s Spider-Man continuity heavy book. I have read no Spider-Man from the '90s.
Mhm.
It's also a reprint. It's got its own page. This is the spot to do something stupid if I want to. Because no one's looking here.
Why not? It's fair to say why not. Also, shout out Zoe B's review of Jeffrey meets Cassandra Cain, parentheses real, where Zoe just
This is
says,
not canon.
can't blame him for that. Those Cassandra arms always look very tasty.
Sometimes you just gotta eat a little. You just gotta take a little bite of Batgirl.
You gotta take a little
We
background
all-
bite. Uh,
Ugh.
well, I think we've about reached our time. Godzillard, thank you so much for coming on the show. We really appreciate it. I've had a
Any closing
blast. I'm
words?
sure Spoiler has too. Yeah, any closing remarks?
Absolutely.
You know, you just gotta just follow your interests. Don't feel like you have to like be into what's popular or whatever. I hate Batman. I like if you want to read some like weirdo one-off book like from 100 years ago, like do it. Talk about it.
Or,
Find your
some
yeah.
title from the 90s that happens to feature, like Tony Stark and Julia Carpenter, and
century
not to be confused.
with the century.
Of course. Yeah.
Uh,
Like what you like and have fun with it, as long as what you like is the Leaking Out podcast.
there's that too. And I just listen. This was wonderful.
It was wonderful
I-
having
I-
you on here.
We really appreciate it.
Mhm.
I didn't think the turnaround on this would be so soon because I sent you the DM and you were like, okay, so we're getting you on, and I was like, oh, okay.
I will say for all future episodes, I will say this: we try to be unbiased commentators. There was the bias of,
I don't know
I
about
like that person. I want to talk to them. Sure, why not? I was literally organizing this in the middle of a Blackhawks hockey game. I'm like, yep, okay, so we're gonna talk about this and then this. Brilliant. And I watched them lose. What a great
Listen, this got uploaded onto its sites. This got the 0th episode of this podcast got put on Spotify and YouTube. While Cybershine was sitting on a Zoom call for a class. I was in a class
That's also true.
I had a class that had been canceled. We were just sitting in the hallway. Their computer was plugged into mine because my computer was on like 7% battery and needed to last long enough for me to get the file type right to upload to Spotify and create a Spotify for Creators account and all that. So we were just sitting in the hall. She was on a Zoom call, listening in but not saying anything. And we were just working away on this, creating Gmails and accounts and everything to get this set up and out to you all. So from the start, this podcast has been a mess in the best way possible. And we couldn't have done it without everyone who enjoyed the 0th episode, and we're glad you all liked it.
It was wonderful.
For sure. All right. Well, thank you so much again, Godzilla, for coming on the show. Thank you all for listening. Tune in next week where we'll just have another episode with me and Spoiler. And tune in for future episodes for more guests and more comic conversations. This is Cybershine 3 signing off from Leaking Out.
This is
Have a good
Spoiler
one.
Alert. See y'all.
Don't y'all have a catchphrase? Did you say it?